Petit Planet is Hoyoverse's take on an Animal Crossing-like life sim, and I've spent a fair bit of time playing their first beta test, which is what they're calling the Coziness test. I wanted to share my experience of the game so far because there's a ton of hype and questions around it. If you like cozy games, life sims, and RPGs, don't forget to like and subscribe because I review a lot of games, especially in YouTube Shorts. Let's take a look at the gameplay, customization, and social features the game has to offer. The concept around Petit Planet is that you have your own planet to be responsible for and nurturing and growing it in a galaxy of other planets, some of which are owned by other players and that you can even visit. As you grow your planet, complete quests, and foster bonds with neighbors, your planet will flourish and unlock even more features and expansions. You start off being introduced to a cutscene that kind of explains how the world works, why you're going to be doing what you're doing, and the characters that are going to help you accomplish that. One of the first things you get to do is create your character. Character creation is definitely lacking a bit right now. There are only 4 skin and eye color options and a handful of hairstyle options, but I'm thinking and hoping that's something that they'll add more options to, just having had a look at some of the detail and flashiness of the clothes you can get as the game progresses. You then name yourself, enter your birthday, and have the options to customize a title from a set choice of words, one of which actually includes your Myers-Briggs personality type, which I thought was an interesting touch. The game has you start off by picking a galaxy for the planet you're going to develop. There are 2 starting galaxies and they have different terrain and climates. I was curious if there's going to be an option to have multiple planets in different galaxies, but maybe the diversity is there to encourage you to visit other players' planets because they'll have different climates and maybe resources that you'll need to find. Once you pick your galaxy, you'll meet a couple of starting neighbors that'll be sticking around with you on your planet because they all have specific roles to play. You'll then be introduced to the mechanic that grows your planet and what you'll be working towards in order to unlock new gameplay features that eventually get your planet to thrive. You can kind of see how the progression works here each time after you upgrade your Luca tree. And one of the first upgrades you get is a beach region, which will unlock sea critters for you to collect. Like most farming and life sim games, there are numerous activities you can do like cooking, gathering, fishing, bug catching, and crafting. The fish and bug catching feels fairly satisfying, and I'm happy to say it's pretty easy and forgiving, because I'm somebody who can actually rage at a fishing mechanic depending on how it works. And the anxiety I've had in the past when sneaking up on a bug only to miss it anyway is also gone because if you miss, the bug still flies around giving you the option to catch it. Collecting things in games like this is always something I've enjoyed doing, and I spent a lot of time doing it in this demo, especially since there is not only a collection guide to complete, but also goals that give you rewards depending on what you collect. And of course, no good life sim is complete without a museum, which in this game is called the Eco House, and it houses everything you've collected so far. Once you've gotten a bit settled, Mobai the Tom Nook-esque character of the game will give you a house building kit for you to build your own home. No loan included, by the way. I'm someone who puts a lot of pressure on myself to place things like in the optimal or most well-situated place, so if you're like me, don't worry about thinking too hard about it right now, because you'll later be introduced to Planet Maker, a top-down, zoomed-out version of your planet where you can place and thankfully move things around freely and easily. In terms of the interior of your home, it's definitely a little bare bones at first. That's something that changes pretty fast because you'll soon have more inspo cards than you know what to do with. Inspo cards are basically recipes or blueprints you can learn, and they will unlock new things for you to craft at the crafting table. You can get inspo cards from doing almost anything. The characters give them to you as rewards or gifts. You can get one by even shaking a tree, buying new ones, or even by catching a shooting star. If you're someone who plays these games solely for the decorating aspect, I think you'll have a lot of fun with the amount and variety of furniture and decor options. One time I even got gifted a phone booth and an electrical vehicle charging station, so to say there's variety might actually be an understatement. There's also a rating system to the decorating, so once you really decked out your place, ask Mobai to rank it and you can work your way up to the higher rankings from there. In terms of the neighbors, they'll have specific quests for you to complete, and completing them as well as growing your bond with them will unlock more about their specific backstory and more things you can do with them. And yes, you also get to place, decorate, and upgrade their home as well. You'll also be introduced to the social and multiplayer aspect of this game pretty early on, getting a vehicle that allows you to go on Starseed voyages as well as travel to the Galactic Bazaar. The Galactic Bazaar basically acts as an online multiplayer hub where you can meet and chat with other players, play minigames, exchange tickets, and earn prizes. There are specific areas where you can type and speak freely with other players, but you can also just be an introvert like I am and communicate with emotes. You can also sign up to compete for the top score in this rhythm game on the main stage, or clap and show your support if you aren't participating. There's also a spinning wheel guessing game where you have to predict which number the wheel will land on, and it's pretty lenient in giving you prizes even if you didn't guess correctly. If you participate or win any of these mini games, you can earn Bazaar Jelly. You can use that Bazaar Jelly to collect prizes at this prize booth that has things like instruments, outfit pieces, and even emotes, some of which look like special partnered emotes where you need 2 people. I had some absolutely hilarious unplanned moments here, and overall I found everyone to be super friendly and had some great interactions. Something else you could do with the vehicle is go on a Starsea voyage, which looks like the primary way you meet new possible neighbors to add to your planet. If I had to guess, this is unfortunately where I think the gacha or monetization aspect could come in, as the car requires a battery that runs out of charge after moving around the Starsea enough. I found that you can stop at 2 different planets before your battery dies. You can buy another battery from what I think will be the in-game store, but I'm hoping the battery will also recharge on its own given time. You can take your neighbors to the different planets you visit, and depending on their traits, they'll actually help you collect the different resources on each planet, some of which will be entirely new to you, so this is a good way to collect new items and recipes. My favorite feature of this game is that it seems like everything you do contributes to the growth of your planet and unlocking new mechanics, whether that be through quests, filling out your bug and fish collection, or bonding with neighbors. And the neighbors are each so unique and have their own personalities and seem to constantly have new dialogue, which I love because it makes the game feel so much more alive. So far, I'm pretty impressed with Petit Planet, but I'm holding off on sinking too much time into it as this is a data white beta and I prefer making and keeping my progress. But it's gotten me pretty excited for the eventual release, although I'm still unsure how monetization will be implemented. What are your thoughts on Petit Planet so far? Is it a game you'll be playing when it comes out? Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe if you want more videos like this, game reviews, and thoughts and reflections. See you next time!